here we have with us Steven Giuliano, one of Asia Pacific's leading golf instructors. Steven, welcome back to Harmony. How are you?
Very well, thanks. Yourself?
Very well, thank you. So Steven, what makes you choose Harmony Golf Camp as a preferred venue? This is your second trip to India and obviously second time to Harmony as well.
Yeah, it's my second trip this year coming to Harmony, but I've actually been coming to India for 3 or 4 years now, on and off. I've done a lot of trips to Bangalore, but also have many students in Delhi. So the plan was to try and find a suitable venue for me to come and teach, and for them, and this has proven to be a great one. We've got a nice indoor studio here, plenty of grass outside and lots of green. So yeah, it's just been a great space. Most of my students are in the surrounding areas, and we even have quite a few students travel from the outskirts. So yeah,
fantastic. So talking about golf in India, what do you see golf from a growth perspective in India?
So what I would say, or what I've certainly seen over the last few years, is the players in India, especially at the higher level, are starting to break out into the major tours. And although you've had lots of success over the past years, I think that the volume is starting to come through. On the Asian Tour alone, I think you've had about 6 or 7 wins this year. It's the biggest of any country that I've looked at. And you also have with the girls, players like Aditi, who was the first to get her European Tour card a few years back. I believe the following year there was sort of 6 or 7 girls. So with those kind of role models and those kind of high-end pros that the students can look up to, I think you then see the flow-on effect of the grassroots. So for me personally, it's continuing to build my student base, which is largely at the kind of elite junior level, and looking at young pros who are looking to break out onto the bigger tours is certainly growing, and I'm sure you're seeing quite a bit of pickup as well.
Certainly. On that note, what's your message to young and upcoming golfers who aspire to be on the professional tours or playing at elite amateur level?
I mean, the main bit of advice is that they've got time. I think often from a lot of these young phenoms that we see, not only do the kids feel like they've got to get there, but the parents do as well. So I think a lot of the message to the parents and the kids is plenty of time. Be patient. There's a lot of development that needs to happen, and certainly when they get a chance to be able to spread their wings and play some tournaments outside of India, there's lots of opportunity here, week in, week out once the tour gets started. But it's also good when they get to a certain age to taste competition in Thailand and Malaysia and Singapore, some of these sort of next to neighbouring countries where they're going to be able to get a good feel for what it's like at that sort of next level outside of their own country.
Right. So in your view, it's a combination of good instruction, guidance, hard work, and giving ourselves the right exposure of playing competitively.
Absolutely, yeah, and having enough patience. This is a lifetime game, and if they decide to take it on as a career, it's something that often doesn't show up until they get well into their late 20s or early 30s, at least for the boys. It's a little different for the girls, and just having belief in themselves. These young pros like Shabankar and Anuban and certainly Aditi, they've got very strong belief and they work towards their chosen goals.
Fantastic. And any final message for our viewers?
Well, golf's a sport for life, which we spoke about before, and the ones that especially are looking to get into the sport, my advice is to get started with some quality coaching. It's tough once you go down that road of doing it yourself or sometimes being trained by your friends or playing partners. 2 or 3 years down the track, it's hard to unwind some of those old habits. So certainly if they can get some good foundations, seek out someone good like yourself that's learning and developing, it definitely makes that journey a lot easier and a lot more satisfying.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time, Steven. It was a pleasure.